A big welcome to Rokani Sports. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload on a daily. And today we are bringing a new segment here at Rokani Sports, and it will be all about things that you guys have not yet been getting from this channel. And guess what? We are bringing you everything you need to know ahead of Thursday's crash of Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. We very much know that Manchester United went ahead to draw with Southampton. It let its chance down of going to the top three of Chelsea, ahead of Chelsea and Leicester City. And Manchester United has to win all its last 3 games to see to it that it makes it the Champions League. And its other game, or next game, they are playing against Crystal Palace tomorrow. And here is everything you need to know ahead of Thursday's match. 1. Manchester United must quickly regroup after disappointment of a squandering chance to move up to 3rd. Instead, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side now faces a trip to Selhurst Park, needing all 3 points to keep pace in the race for the final Champions League spot. Number 2. As many feared, Man City won the financial fair play appeal and will escape a 2-year ban from European foot competition. What does that mean for Manchester United? 5th place will no longer be good enough to qualify for next year's Champions League. It's the top 4 all bust for the Reds. Yes, United needs to go in and win this game of Crystal Palace, because the 5th position is not enough for them to make it into the Champions League, because the Chelsea won its case that it took to the Court of Arbitration of Sports, and they are only told to pay a fine of £10 million, and United, that doesn't favor United anymore. Number 3, it's not all bad news though. While Manchester United have mostly cruised since the restart, both Chelsea and Leicester City have hit choppier form. Chelsea have already lost twice this month. On Sunday, Leicester melts down in a 4-1 setback at Bournemouth. United, on the other hand, have taken good advantage of the relatively easy rerun. We go to number 4. On Monday, Manchester United stumbled against Southampton after a quick flurry of goals from Marcus Rashford and Anton Martial pushed the Reds in all to a 2-1 first half lead. 3 points looked a virtue, certainly. Unfortunately, Michael Obafemi struck all the death to deprive United of the win and keep them in 5th position with 3 matches left to go. Liam Canning said, "It's a setback for sure, but there is no need to be over dramatic about it. Chelsea and Leicester have difficult games left, including the final game against Man United. Still, all to play for." That's number 4. And we go to number 5. Keep an eye on the left back situation ahead of Thursday's match. Both Luke Shaw's ankle and Brandon Williams' gash on head were forced off with injuries against Southampton. Neither will have much time to recover before the trip to Selhurst Park. Roy Hodgson could line Wilfried Zaha up on the right to take advantage of the situation. I've seen this, and my friend Goldberg just, was it a comment? Someone was asking him that, do you think Roy Hodgson will play Wilfried Zaha on the right so as to cause more havoc to the left fullback of Manchester United? But as I think, any player who will play that side is going to play very well, because he will be fit. Because we remember Lindelof got off during the was it Bournemouth game? Yes, kind of Bournemouth game after half time, and people were speculating that he was not able to play. But Today morning, we've seen Brandon Williams arriving at Carrington Ground. However much he had a bruise on his left, near his left upper ear, but that won't that won't stop him from playing in the left hand side. Even if you put Wilfred Zaha, I don't think Zaha is more dangerous than Adama Traore of Wolves, because this boy managed to handle Adama Traore in like 3 Premier League games. I think it was 1 Premier League game and that of FA, where United knocked out Wolves. And remember, in that game, that's when Marcus Rashford was injured and got a back injury. So I think Roy Hodgson, ever much plays Wilfred Zaha, and on the right attacking side of the midfield, I don't see Wilfred Zaha being a threat, but I see him more as a threat when he's playing from the left hand side. But remember, he'll be facing his former teammate, that is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, one of the finest fullbacks we do have in the Premier League. That's number 5. Let's go to number 6. Number 6 says, Ole on Southampton setback and looking ahead to Crystal Palace. This is what he said. That's football. It's key moments. There are key moments in every game of football, and that was the key moment. We will take it and more on Tuesday at Selhurst Park. It's a game to focus on. This will be in the back of the heads tonight. We are disappointed, but tomorrow it's all heads on Crystal Palace. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says that football, and into every football match, it has its own moments, and he is ready, and he is reminding his players to set their mind to the Crystal Palace game to get those 3 points, because they are badly needed. We go to number 7. Crystal Palace apparently never got the message that the season was restarting. Since winning at Bournemouth in their first game back, Palace have lost 5 straight in abject fashion. Their good work pre-pandemic ensures the club a mid-table finish, but this current form is that of relegation candidate. Yes, this is a very big point that everyone has to note, that Crystal Palace has not won in its last 5 games. They've scored only, I think, 2 goals, and they've conceded many. Now, for them to beat United, they have to come and score, or to make United do, they have to come and score 2 goals, which I think is going to be hard for Crystal Palace, because Manchester United is averaged 3 goals per game ever since the Premier League resumed during the lockdown, because it had gone to break because of the pandemic. Now, Dan Tracy says Crystal Palace could not be any more on the beach right now, and it's a surprise. Roy Hodgson is not wearing a Halloween shirt and sunglasses on the touchline, as the South London outfit have lost each of their last 5 league outings. So it will be shaming to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to lose to such a side whose form is dripping each and every day that comes by. We go to number 8. As such, there have been rumblings of a possible change in leadership at Selhurst Park. Despite signing a new 1-year contract in March, Roy Hodgson might be on his way out. During the lockdown, rumours linked Burnley's Shane Dyke with a move to London, although it's unclear whether that would be this summer or in the future after Hodgson retires. In either case, it would be a cracking move, as Dice has been deserved a chance at a bigger club like Crystal Palace. Number 9. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace's 2-0 loss on Sunday at Aston Villa was bad enough, but some after the final whistle antics from Christian Benteke will hurt the club for the rest of the season. A post-match scuffle with a Villa defender and the Belgian striker, a red card and a suspension for the final 3 matches of 2019-2020. Hodgson called Benteke actions inexcusable. So United have all the way to smile, because Benteke, however much, is not having a good season, but I think with his height and pace, I think he would have caused very many problems to the United back four, and him being misbehaved and was shown a red card, that means he's not going to play the remaining 3 games of this season, and don't expect to see him tomorrow in the United game as they take on, in the Crystal Palace game as they take on Manchester United. Number 10. Although Benteke has struggled this season, Crystal Palace need all attacking help they can get. They are second last in the Premier League with just 30 goals scored, and are now down to just Jordan Ayew and Wilfried Zaha as incredible threats. Thursday looks like an excellent opportunity to Manchester United, or for Manchester United to pick up the 4th clean sheet since the restart. So United, remember the first game United, when United hosted Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. This game ended 2-1. Remember that first goal of Ayew, Jordan Ayew. Then United got a penalty, some by the names of Marcus Rashford. He hit it on the bar. Then came, was it Mason Greenwood? I think it was Daniel James. Daniel James equalized, but in the dying minutes, Crystal Palace went ahead to skin Manchester United and scored the second or the winning goal in the late dying minutes. That was additional time. So we expect this not to happen again, because the first goal came in as a foul. No, as it was a fault of Harry Maguire and Lindelof. Lindelof headed the ball badly, and it fell onto Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew went and hit the ball into the back of the net. De Gea was not able to save the ball. Matchday 365 says Crystal Palace have failed to come or to score a goal in 16 of their 37 competitive games this season, including being held goalless at home to Colchester United and Derby County. They are just the worst we've seen as United is going to play them. We go into the last thing that you have to know about this game, and that is the 11th. It says, despite the slip up on Monday, Manchester United must still be considered a strong favourite to finish in the top 4. Take a look at all the 3 clubs' remaining fixtures. Manchester United's remaining fixtures are Crystal Palace, West Ham and Leicester City. Chelsea's remaining fixtures are, they've just won this game of Norwich by 1-0, courtesy of Olivier Giroud's header. Liverpool and Wolves. Leicester's remaining fixtures are Sheffield, Tottenham and Manchester United. So I think when I look at the remaining fixtures of Chelsea and Leicester, I'm predicting if United wins its game against Crystal Palace tomorrow, I think either Chelsea or Leicester is losing to either Liverpool or Tottenham. I think they are dropping points. So if United wins, I see United winning its next 2 games. That is that is Crystal Palace and West Ham. I see United going into the Leicester game without no pressure, because Leicester, I see like 2 draws in their last 3 games. They are going to have 2 draws, and I'm predicting Leicester is going to draw with Sheffield. That's what I think. And they might lose to Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, they might lose. So that's how it is, but you have to go. I humbly call you to go, or request you to go into the comment section and tell me, what do you think is going to happen to these 3 remaining games? Remember, Chelsea has just won its game against Norwich, but United and Leicester plays tomorrow. Leicester plays today against Sheffield United. That's it for now. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do air out on a daily. Bye bye for now.